How are you? My name is Michelle Connor. I'm your Living Environment VCS. So today we're going to be looking at the angel breeding game. This game is so much fun. It takes a little bit of time because you have to do 20 generations, but I'm going to kind of go ahead and show you the ins and outs, the features. So one thing that's really cool is you're looking to get the highest valued fish tank. So certain fish with genetic traits happen to cost more than other fish, so they're more valuable. So one thing that I plan on doing in my class is actually like setting up a competition where the student with the highest value fish tank by the end of the generations will receive some sort of prize. Now I learned, fun fact, that once you open it, it saves your game. So I started this. The sound is on the side. If you like the sound, you can keep it on. I turned it off. And then you're going to go right to this play button. So I started playing around with this. I exited out. I went back in, and my tank is still here. So although this is a couple generations in, I'm on the 5th generation, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of show you the basics on how to use this, even though I'm already a little bit ahead. So when you start with 2 random fish, and they tell you kind of the genetics about it. If you scroll over the fish, you'll notice that the DNA symbol that says, like for this one says 50, for this fish says 15, that's their genetic value. So that's how valuable they are genetics-wise. The alleles are located at the bottom, and each of those count for a different thing. As the game goes on, they change and show you a little bit more into their genetics. So if you pick 2 fish, so I'm going to pick 2 high value fish. So it says the color, the zebra, and the veil. So I'm going to look at this. So I could sell this fish if I wanted to. You'll notice that I have too many fish in my fish tank, so I have to sell 3. So I'm going to sell, we're going to talk about strategy, the lowest genetic value. So I'm going to sell this fish. He's at a 0. This fish is at a 0. See, like this fish is 34. I want to keep him. That one's 15. Now, based on the first couple rounds and kind of the tutorials they gave me, the darker color fish are actually higher value than the silver fish, which is why I'm only looking at the silver fish to sell them. So now that I sold my fish, I'm going to pick 2 to breed. So I'm going to go ahead and pick some of these high values. And you click on the fish, and you're going to click breed. So that's one. I need to pick another one. So I'm going to pick another high value fish. I'm going to hit breed. Now, there's 2 ways to do this. You could do genetic testing, which will cost you coins, and it does basically a Punnett square for you to tell you the likelihood of the outcome, or you can go ahead and just breed them. So I'm going to go ahead and breed them, and what it does is it picks 3 random fish based out of all the eggs that are laid that you get to keep. So I click continue. And these are the 3 fish that I received. All pretty high value fish, which is good. I'm going to click continue. Now it says your fish tank is full. You have to sell 3 fish. So I'm going to go ahead and sell 3 fish. Again, I'm looking for those low value if we talk about strategy. And go ahead and sell 3 fish. That one's pretty high. Now you're going to hit a point where you only have pretty good valued fish. So you're going to have to start selling off. I think I'm at that point again. Nope, I don't want him. So this one's 34. This is pretty much the lowest I have now. And again, you'll get money for selling your fish, which is good. And sell. So you'll notice the total genetic value is at the top, the number of fish, the generation you're on, and the money you have. So what I want to do is I want to go to the shop and I want to buy another fish. So if you go ahead again, you could scroll over the fish and determine which one has a really nice high genetic value. This one looks really good. Now he's expensive, but I'm going to go ahead and go for it. So remember, it says your coins. I'm going to buy this fish and bring him to my fish tank. So I need to sell 1 more fish because I bought 1 fish in order to have enough room to breed. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this guy. Now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to breed this one. I'm going to go ahead and find another. 60 is pretty good. And again, I'm looking at the genetic value. There's a couple different ways to do this. The easiest way is to just look at the genetic value. If you wanted to go ahead and go more in depth, you can. If I move my M over, actually, you'll see there's a genetics value guide. This genetics value guide actually tells you the alleles in order to get the highest genetic value. So they're all located here. So if you wanted to get more in depth with your students, you could show them this and have them start looking at this or make this like an extension option. Or you can have your students do kind of what I'm doing and just look at the genetic value. I'm going to go ahead and breed. It's going to pick 3. I'm going to hit continue. Okay, nothing crazy. 55, 60, 55. I'm going to continue. So now I have to sell 3 fish, and again, so this is 7. So it does take a little bit of time, but there's some strategy that goes along with it. You have the opportunity to buy and sell fish, especially if you start getting low on money. You have to start making choices about, you don't have any more fish that are 0 value. You only have these that are like 34, which in the first couple rounds seems really good until you start getting a little bit further ahead. So I'm going to show you one more round. I'm going to sell, and I'm going to go ahead and see if I could buy another really good one. So again, I'm just going to scroll over. What to do. There's a 73. I'm going to take this guy, buy him. Now you can buy more than one at a time. Now, I have high value, but again, I don't have too much money, so I got to start being careful. So I have to sell my 3 fish. This one, go ahead and sell. See, I'm going to be at a point where I have a lot of pretty high value fish, which is good for money, but it does make me nervous that I'm getting rid of good genes. Okay. I like him. It's marble. Okay, I'm going to get rid of him. Okay, so now I'm ready to breed. So I'm going to pick this guy because he has a high value and it's pretty cool. And this one. Now again, I could do genetic testing, which I'll show you how to do since I have some money now. And it shows you the likelihood of getting each phenotype based on the genetics. So this is looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and go with it. If you do make the decision that that's not a good move and you're not really getting the value that you want, you can exit out and start over. I'm going to breed. Now you'll notice these colors change because these are the colors that are actually the possibilities of their offspring. Okay, so I got 2 with 75 value and 185. So now I'd go ahead and sell fish. So you'll notice your fish change. This is only the 8th round. Once you're not actually, once you're getting the hang of it, it goes very quick and it's very fun. So I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you look at the shop to sell fish if you want to show this kids the genetic value chart. And again, if you go home and then you go back to play, it'll start right back where you started.